Welcome to the Crimson Corner, and you know it can be a tough life adjusting to the NFL as a rookie, but former Ute star Lotu Lele, you know, he signed and got a nearly, well, more than $5 million signing bonus, so he's doing well, and he's picking up the changes pretty well. KSL.com's Mike Grant spoke to WCNC's Chris Clark to catch up on how the 14th overall draft pick is doing.
They like him a lot, first and foremost, because they drafted a man. We're not talking about a project. We're not talking about somebody that would be, could be, should be one day. They're looking at him to come in right away, step in, step up, fill in, start pushing people around. And early on, it was just a little bit of we're getting used to the quickness and the speed. They had the rookies in camp, and it was kind of like he was, you know, going against a bunch of college guys. When the veterans showed up, there were a few times that you could tell he was just a touch overwhelmed, but he picked it up exceptionally quick, and he picked up exceptionally quick what they were asking him to do. And he didn't look overwhelmed for very long, and he looks like one of the guys out there now when he lines up next to Hardy and Johnson. I mean, and if he keeps this up, this is going to be a good year. I'm excited to see him play this year for the Panthers.
I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to some of the offensive linemen that have gone against him. Have they? Have you talked to them, and what have they said?
Most of them talk about his strength, and they talk about how he's always coming after him. It's usually one guy's got like one or two moves, and you know, once they've got him clock cold, they got the book on this guy. And the thing that I hear most consistently about Starr is that he will consistently come after you. He'll constantly come after you with different moves to try and get in the backfield or make a tackle. He's not coming at you with just the same thing all the time. He's probing you for your weaknesses. He's a thinking man's football player is the best compliment I heard. Obviously, he's got the body, and he's obviously got the physical strength necessary. He just needs to work on some technique. And just talking to some of the coaches, especially a couple of line coaches, he's putting in the time, not just with the playbook, trying to figure out, you know, to read and recognize, but with the coaches afterwards to work on the finer things, the technique and skill. So he's picking it up quite fast.
Has he spent much time with Jordan Gross or Steve Smith?
I know that he's talked to him, and I know that you'll see him here and there kind of, you know, he's really been busy trying to pick up the playbook. He's really been busy trying to just get settled in. But I do see them in huddles, you know, when they break for water or something like that, and they got just a touch of downtime. I do know that they've talked, and I do know that they've kind of given them a few tips and pointers there. I mean, it's a big fraternity, and anybody that comes from the same place and you've been through that same system like Steve and like Jordan has, I mean, there's a special connection. So I do know that they've been, you know, kind of taking them under their wing just a little bit and giving the new guy a few tips and pointers about how to make it in the Panthers organization. Yeah, he's impressed from day one. You know, when he shows up and starts his press conference off, not ducking any questions, not dodging any, and answering everything that the media throws at him, and then he gets out on the field, and he is exceptionally coachable. That's one of the things that I know that a lot of the guys, the position coaches especially, you know, he takes criticism well. He's willing to learn, willing to try new things. And, you know, first-round pick, some guys think that they've got this thing just straight cold figured out right out of college. And, you know, he came in knowing that he had some things to work on and more than willing to put the time, effort, and energy into not just be a guy on a roster, but an impact player. And that's what the Panthers are looking for out of him. And, you know, I'm hoping, and it looks like that's what they've got, an impact player that'll be able to shore up the middle of that line and keep teams from running all over the squad, which is exactly what they did last year.
I don't miss the Utecast every week as Robert Jackson, Mike Grant, and the guys from InsideTheUtes.com break down everything Utes. And if you miss it live, you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
End around, gets a block from Wilson.